Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Concord Township Board of Trustee meeting for Wednesday, December 15th, 2021. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Mr. Rose, would you please call the roll?
Thank you, Mr. McIntosh. Mr. Dondorfer.
Present.
Mrs. Lucci.
Present.
Mr. McIntosh.
Present. Okay, well, the next item on the agenda this evening is a swearing in of elected officials, and this evening we have my two fellow trustees who swear in, and I want to again offer my congratulations and my sincere honor to serve with both of you. So we'll get to that, and I guess Mr. Dondorfer, we're going first.
Okay.
I state your name.
I, Carl Dondorfer,
Swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Trustee of Concord Township
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of Trustee of Concord Township,
to which office I have been elected according to the law and the best of my ability.
to which I have been elected,
To which the office
to which the office
I have been elected
according to
law to the best of my ability.
according to law to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I state your name.
I, Amy Lucci,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution and laws of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties as Trustee of Concord Township,
the duties as Trustee of Concord Township,
to which office I have been elected
to which office I have been elected
according to law and to the best of my ability.
according to law and to the best of my ability.
Okay, now,
I'll get that after.
I guess with the excitement of the
I got a
evening,
pen for you right there.
get into the business. Approval of the minutes for the December 1st regular trustee meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the December 1st, 2021 regular trustees meeting minutes.
And I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, no opposed. Elected officials reports, we do not have a report this evening from Fiscal Officer Amy Dawson, so we'll move into trustee reports, beginning with Mrs. Lucci.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would just like to say that I am very grateful to be elected this next term. To me, there's no better honor or better way to serve than in your own community and in this way. So thank you. I've learned a great deal these past 2 years. I look forward to learning a whole lot more, doing all I can do to support our Concord residents and preserving this great township. I intend to work hard, listen well, and fully understand the issues before me. We have so much to look forward to with the bicentennial, new fire stations, new development in our area. I can't wait to be a part of all of this. I have to say the biggest blessing, though, is being able to be on the board with these gentlemen here. So thank you all. You're all top notch and very lucky. Thank you. Aside from all that, I'm looking forward to our Wreaths Across America event on Saturday. I feel it is of the utmost importance to recognize our fallen heroes as well as honor our servicemen and women any chance that we can. I want to wish everyone a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. I am praying we have a healthier New Year, less stressful, and I look forward to more great things to come. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Dondorfer.
I would also like to thank the Concord Township community for electing me to another term of trustee. It's an honor to serve the community that I grew up in, and that I've served throughout my career in public service. It's an honor to also serve with both of you. I think we've got a lot of things accomplished in Concord Township. We've done a lot of good things, and we will continue to serve our community in the future. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve as trustee. So thank you, Concord Township. With that, I was excited to see the the new fire station #1 sign that was posted on the new site of the station that we're going to construct. So that's exciting. I did attend the Brightwood Lake Dam and Kellogg Creek Restoration Project public meeting with Administrator Rose earlier in the week. It was sort of interesting, growing up in this area, and I had a lot of friends that lived in Brightwood and fished in that lake there, to see that lake that's going to be, drained out and opened up the dam. But it was interesting from the construction aspect to see how that company is going to construct a stream through there to manage that water. And it was really interesting, and I think it'll be great once the growth grows in there, and trees and things like that for that neighborhood. Just want to remind the residents, the service department, when they are out, haven't been out too much, but just be patient with them. I know we had some people that were sort of concerned about some ice and things in the residential streets, but they do their best to get in and out of there as soon as they can. I would like to wish all of our residents a wonderful holiday season, and hopefully you enjoy the holidays with your families, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Dondorfer. Well, I would also just like to thank the residents of Concord for the support I have of my two fellow trustees. I think when I think about my experiences in business and how working in local government, I think chemistry, culture, and working together is an important thing, and I think we've got a really great team here. So I'm honored to be part of it, and I thank the community for recognizing that. So it'll be great to serve 2 more years with you guys. I did have sat on the JED board meeting last week, and noteworthy that the JED revenue is still continuing to grow. So that's been a very positive thing. And I know we've got new businesses coming into the JED in the near future. We've got businesses joining, and we've had some new approvals. So that's great, because that's going to be some added revenue and things that the township needs. Interesting, Brightwood Lake. When I moved to Concord Township, I lived in that development there, and one of my first experiences as a kid when I was growing up here was swimming in that lake. So it's interesting that here I am now. And we're going to drain the thing.
Yeah, we're going to drain it. It was interesting.
Yeah. It's been otherwise I think it's been fairly quiet into the year, and I do want to wish everyone in Concord Township happy holidays and a happy new year. And I know, looking forward to 2022, our bicentennial year. It's going to be exciting. We just filmed Talk of the Township. Right. A lot of events to look forward to. So it's going to be an exciting year, and just keep moving forward. So with that, we will turn it over to Administrator Andy Rose.
Thank you, Mr. McIntosh. Members of the board, members of the audience, good evening. It is hard to believe this is the last meeting of the year. 21 went fast. I'll start off by covering a few of the items on the agenda this evening. Item A is the resolution to set the temporary appropriations for 2022. This is the annual resolution that we do to get the year started. Item B is in regards to an opioid settlement, and I will defer to the law director to address that when that comes up for a vote. Item C is the list of our super blanket certificates for 2022. Item D is a vote to maintain the professional engineering on-call services for 2022. As you know, Bob Parker is our consulting engineer, and we're staying with that course of action. Item E is a vote to increase the fees associated with the columbarium niche plaque. We've been informed that the cost is increasing from the manufacturer due to supply chain and material and et cetera type issues, so we request that as well. And then item F establishes the New Year's Day 2022 holiday. Because we don't meet again until January 5th, we need to vote on that. And the other holidays will be addressed during the organizational meeting on January 5th. Those are the items I want to cover on the agenda. Mr. Dondorfer talked about the informational session for the Brightwood Lake Dam Removal Kellogg Creek Restoration Project. We will be posting that slide presentation to our website by Friday, but I'm hopeful it'll be up by tomorrow. And we'll put a link and a tab on there as we have the previous presentation, so residents can go back and watch that, especially the ones that live in the Brightwood Lake neighborhood. This afternoon was very exciting. I attended the Public Records and Sunshine Law training on behalf of all the township elected officials, and I got to tell you, it was a riveting presentation. The cemetery sexton asked me to remind everyone that everyone is invited to join us at Concord Township Cemetery's Wreaths Across America ceremony, which will happen this Saturday at noon. That is a rain or shine event. The ceremony takes place right there at the cemetery on 608 in order to remember and honor those who served and their families, along with teaching the next generation about the value of freedom. And there's information on the event, along with some handicap parking and other parking information on our website under the cemetery tab, concordtwp.com. And then finally, on behalf of the entire Concord Township staff, we wish all of Concord Township a terrific holiday season, and we wish you all a very happy new year. And here is to 2022 being better than 2021. And that concludes my report, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rose. Okay, just ripping through it this evening. We're now to the audience portion, excuse me, of the meeting. So if there's anybody in the audience that would like to address the board, go. If you, just
You come up to the microphone, ma'am.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
just state your name and address for the record.
My name is Arij, and my address is 7025 Easton Way. And I wanted to ask, basically, how would I get more involved in the community, especially on the environmental side? Because I wanted to basically help out, and I just don't know where to start.
Okay. Well, as far as there's a lot of opportunities to get involved in the community. As far as environment goes, a good place to start is the county services, and that's Lake County Water and Soil. So just a little bit of background. Township governments are generally smaller, leaner forms of government, so we don't have as much. We have a small service department, we have fire department, we don't have a police department. We contract with the sheriff's department. So in the township, you'll find a lot of the supporting entities are at the county level. So those are a lot of, that's where a lot of that, those services that we use come from. So we're a smaller form of government. I don't know.
Yeah, also, there's a possibility if you might want to reach out to Lake Metro Parks organization. They do a lot with the environment. There's a lot of young adults that help out during the different months or seasons with the parks and the environment, and they have a lot of people that do those type of things. So in our actually the headquarters for the Metro Parks is right here in Concord, right down the street, so on Spear Road. But there are a lot of high school kids that I've known that have been into it, parks and environment, and they've enjoyed their involvement with the park system and working for the parks.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, if you're also looking to get into other things, maybe contact our recreation director. There may be some things that you can volunteer or help out with. We have so many events and things coming up. Maybe there's something like that you can get involved in.
If you're interested in anything, it just occurred to me, didn't come to me right away. If you want to know how the township does, or how we deal with the environment, the zoning department is the place to deal with that. It's the closest we come with that. So prior to serving as a trustee, I was on the zoning commission board. There's for 10 years, and one of the projects we did at the time was we talked about riparian setbacks, which have to do with water and floodplains, and it's so as developments go, what regulations do we require? So as far as house code, like how much space do you have to leave for water to flood and this kind of thing. So from the township perspective, the zoning department would have a little bit of knowledge, and could at least, I don't know if they have volunteer opportunities, but if you were interested to know what the township does that impacts the environment, that's one area of governance that we do here that has an impact on the environment.
Mr. Chair, what I'll do is after the meeting, I'll link up with you and I'll give you some phone numbers and contacts to Soil and Water and to the Metro Parks, and then I can give you the contact information for our zoning department, and then you can talk to one or all and cut your path on what you find to be interesting. How's that?
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Great to see young people come to our meetings.
Yeah.
Okay, moving into old business, we have the November financial report.
Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion to approve the November financial report.
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. That gets us into the new business.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve Resolution 2021-32, 2022 temporary appropriations.
And I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion to approve Resolution 2021-33, the opioid settlement proposal with Johnson & Johnson. I think, Mr.
I'll second.
And discussion, Mr. Lucas?
So there's been a nationwide litigation involving against pharmaceutical companies regarding the opioid issues in that. As I'm sure the board remembers, we had two pharmaceutical companies, including Merck, that we resolved in terms of taking part in any settlement that's finally realized on that. The one that was not deliberately, but had not yet resolved was the Johnson & Johnson pharmaceutical company. The national litigation has now reached a point where Johnson & Johnson has offered a settlement proposal. This resolution enables us to take part in the settlement. I would note that there has to be a 95% action taken by the townships, the villages, and the municipalities of Ohio for us to participate in that. So they're going to be beating the bushes like they did last time to get this done by the end of the year. So, but this puts us in line as one of the 95%, number one, and enables us to take part in whatever the allocation ultimately will be determined to be with reference to Ohio and all the subdivisions within Ohio that are governmental entities. So
Good.
Okay. And with that, any further discussion?
No.
All in
Do
favor?
you need a roll call vote on this?
yeah, if you want.
Okay. Mr. Rose, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Dondorfer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucci?
Yes.
Mr. McIntosh?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I vote to approve the super blankets list certificates 1/2022 through 1/08/2022, effective January 1st, 2022.
And I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion to approve and enter into a professional services agreement as needed with CEC Incorporated, not to exceed $25,000 for the 2022 calendar year.
And I second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve cemetery department rate increase for columbarium niche plaque to $450 due to industry, supply chain, and labor challenges.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, I will make a motion to observe New Year's Day holiday on December 31st, 2021.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, item G is a vote to go into executive session. So we'll do that, and when we come out, we'll just end. So let's get the future meetings announcements out of the way. Mr. Rose?
Thank you, Mr. McIntosh. Future meetings and announcements. This Saturday on 12/18 at noon will be the Wreaths Across America ceremony at Concord Cemetery. December 24th, we will be closed. Township offices will be closed for observance of Christmas Day. On December 31st, we will be closed in observance of New Year's Day. January 4th, 2022, will be the Zoning Commission at 7 p.m. here at Town Hall. And then on January 5th, 2022, 6:30 p.m. will be trustee office hours here at Town Hall. And then at 7:30, we will have our annual organizational meeting, followed by the regular meeting here at Town Hall. And that concludes future meetings and announcements.
All right, and then with that, I will
Mr. Chairman, I move to go into executive session for the purpose to discuss contract negotiations and employee compensation pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 121.22G1 and 121.22G4.
I'll second.
All in favor?
That's a roll call.
Oh, roll call vote. I'm sorry, Mr.
Mr.
Rose.
Dondorfer,
Yes.
Mrs. Lucci,
Yes.
Mr. McIntosh.
Yes.
And we're in executive session. Thank you. I'm going to give you some phone numbers. Follow me.